Welcome back, Titan Table Talk. I'm your host, Derek Bohlman. Joining us, softball player Madison Moore. Madison, thanks for taking some time out of your day and joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
So softball, one of my favorite sports to announce. I really love it. Very fast paced, a lot of action going on, and they're quick games.
Yeah.
Now, I was a baseball player. Those are 3-hour games. It gets a little tiring at times, but I love coming out to your games. A lot of action. You guys have had a lot of success in your career here. But this year kind of started out a little bit slow as far as wins, losses. You're 2-4 on the season. But let's talk about that trip down to St. Louis. WashU, number 23 in the nation, played them. You also played Co while you were down there. But you were down both games to WashU, if I remember correctly, and came back. Bats got alive late. What was that like, come back in the 7th inning?
Yeah, that was just absolutely electric. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. I think as a team we had the mindset that not one of us was going to be able to make that comeback happen by ourselves. So it was a really fun collective team effort to string a bunch of hits together and come back late in that game. It was super exciting and super fun to be a part of.
And that's one fun thing I've seen with your team throughout the seasons that I've been able to cover them, which I think is your whole career. But it's a lot of fun. That's more about my age, I guess. It's a lot of fun. You guys never say die. You are always there battling until the very last out. I saw some great comebacks last year. You had the 2 down at WashU. You actually, against Co, scored some runs in the 7th inning and had opportunities there also. So the feeling as you guys come up to bat, even if you're behind in that last inning, what's it like in the dugout? What's the talk about? What are you guys discussing as that first batter's walking up to the plate?
Something that Coach Tiffany really emphasizes that as long as there's a strike left and an out left, the game's not over. We have an opportunity to do something with it. And so something we really try to emphasize is being one-pitch focused and just never falling behind, getting down on ourselves, knowing that we still have an opportunity to make something happen. And I think that's something we did a really good job of this past weekend.
Now, I'm not sure if you got the one game you definitely got the bat because you guys scored like 9 runs in the last inning, right?
Yeah.
So you were definitely part of it. Actually, it was only 6 runs, but still, everybody got a chance to bat in there. What's going through your mind? What are you trying to do in that situation offensively when you get up there?
Yeah, I think when I came up to bat, we had 1 out and nobody was on yet, and we were still down by I think like 4 runs. And so just my mindset was just coming up to bat knowing that I wasn't going to be able to score 4 runs by myself. And so putting myself in a position on base, hopefully to allow my teammates to help move me and get the rally going.
And how are you looking to get on base? I mean, where are you trying to hit the ball? Are you trying to go the other way? Are you trying to slap it? Trying to pull one down the line? What's your mindset? Obviously, it depends on the situation, but in that situation against WashU.
Yeah, I think I was just trying to take the pitch and drive it right back where she was giving it to me, whether it was inside or outside, just hitting the ball where it was pitched, and trying to find a little hole, get on base in any way that I could.
So line drive.
Sure,
Hit the ball hard somewhere.
Yeah, or hard ground ball works too.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But you don't really want to put it in the air as far as a fly ball.
Not really.
Because that's a little tougher. The ground ball makes them have to make not only the catch, but the throw too. Yeah. And if you get to the side, you get through there. And if I remember right, you got a little bit of speed too.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah, no, I've seen you out there defensively. Let's talk about defense. Still center field?
Yes.
So a lot of ground to cover. I believe you got a new player out in right field.
Yes, Priscilla.
Because I think last year's right fielder graduated. Maybe. I gotta think of who was out in right field last year.
It was Megan, so she just moved to left.
Oh, she moved to left. There we go.
Our center fielder decided that she wasn't going to continue being a part of the team.
Okay.
But we've adjusted.
So you moved in the center. There you go,
Yeah.
and then the right fielder moved to left. And so what's it like being out in center patrolling? Because you're the captain in the outfield now.
Yeah. I think it helps having 3 years under my belt now that I know a little bit of the way of the land and just trying to help left and right, learning to communicate with each other and just try to cover as much ground as we can, help our pitcher out.
Well, I believe that in ball, like softball, baseball, defense up the middle is a key. Catcher, second, short, center fielder. You're the center fielder. You got some pretty good players right in front of you there too in the middle of the infield in Jen Kuhn and Bailey Turner. Tell us about them.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 2 are tremendous. I can't say enough positive things about them. They're really good. They're very scrappy. They probably stop about half the balls that are going up the middle, diving and making incredible plays on them. They're just two really good hard workers, great teammates that do everything they can to stop the ball and make the play, and they're just constantly diving and creating so much energy that's contagious for the rest of the defense, and it's so exciting and fun to be able to play alongside both of them.
So you've had some changes in players. Your catcher from last year graduated. Pelzinski played third base, I think, last year. She graduated.
Yes.
Colleen. So new players in those positions, although not necessarily new. Hope behind the plate. She's been around for a year or two.
Yeah.
How's the transition as people get into those positions? You moving to center and Maggie moving from right to left. How's the transition going and the gelling as a team defensively?
Yeah, I think both Colleen and Haley were tremendous leaders during their time there, and so I think it really helped develop some of the younger players to be able to step up into their roles now. We have Hope and Claire have been doing a phenomenal job behind the plate so far, and I'm excited to continue to see them both grow. And we have Casey right now who's playing third base, and she's already started great, so it's really tough, I think, as a freshman to come in and be expected to make those types of plays, but she's doing a great job. And I think we're a bunch of players who are very versatile, and being able to play different positions has really helped that transition a lot too.
Well, Coach Prager, let's talk about the coaching stuff a little bit. She's not going to listen, so you can be honest.
Okay.
So, no, Coach Prager, I love Coach Prager. She's awesome. The energy that she has, that she brings in, the foresight. Obviously, she's had some success in the past. And what's it like playing for a coach that has that history and that knowledge of softball, and then brings the energy with it?
Oh, it's amazing. I can't say enough good things about Coach Tiffany. I mean, that history of success she has makes her really easy to trust. We know that she knows what it takes to get there, and we just have to, follow her leadership and work hard, show up every day, ready to compete. And just her support and confidence in each of us is incredible. She supports us both on the field and in the classroom too, that we're just more than softball players, we're people too, and to have that support means the world.
Well, I've had two other interviews that are going out this week, also going up on Tuesday. We talked about spring break. You got that coming up. You're headed down to Shreveport, Louisiana for a doubleheader, and then from there into Marshall, Texas to play, I believe, 6 more games. So 8 games in roughly a week, without having to do study or anything else, just being able to focus on softball. You've done trips like this before. What do you gain out of trips like this?
Oh yeah, being able to travel down south, first the warmer weather is really nice to get outside to play some games, but also the competition down there is really good. So it's a really good test and challenge to see where we're at now, where we need to go, the things we need to work on, and I'm really excited to see us compete with those teams down there.
Well, and those teams you mentioned about, they're really good down there. They get to play a lot earlier in the year because it's so warm. So they're already full swing into the season, and here you are just 6 games in as you get ready to head down there. What are some of the things off the field that were fun about the last, or that you learned or were exciting about the last couple of years on your spring break trips?
Yeah, I think spring break trips are a really great opportunity to build some good team chemistry. We hang out a lot in the hotel or going out to dinner, and to be able to build those relationships really translate to how we're able to communicate and show our team chemistry on the field too. And so I think these spring break trips are really instrumental, not only in our growth and progression as a softball team, but as teammates, as a softball family, and building that culture.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
One of your greatest memories from a spring trip, not win or loss, so not on the field, but off the field, that you can share with us?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think my freshman year, our spring break trip to Arizona was a lot of fun. We went for a hike through a bunch of the cacti. That's the plural of cacti.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very good.
And so that was a lot of fun. We had these neon green practice tank tops, and we all wore those to practice and had just the worst sunburns ever. But it was really fun to laugh about and to be able to practice in the gorgeous weather down there. So I think that's one of my favorite memories.
Well, hopefully you'll create a lot more here on your trip down to Shreveport and Marshall, Texas. And we know you're going to get a lot of wins. I look forward to your first home game, which is Saturday, March 25th against Lake Forest. And then you get the tournament coming in that first weekend in April. And I look forward to seeing you guys play, and a lot of fun there at the ballpark.
Yeah, we're eager to get back on our home field too.
Madison Moore, we appreciate you joining us. You're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll see you out on the field.
Thank you. See you on the field.
You are watching Titan Table Talk.